For 70 years, America's most iconic national park was quietly falling apart. Not from fire, not from drought, but from something far less obvious. An invisible imbalance, growing stronger every single year. Until one radical decision changed everything. 14 wolves released into the wild. What happened next shocked scientists around the world. Because these predators didn't just restore balance. They rewrote the landscape itself. In the early 1900s, wolves were seen as enemies. A threat to livestock, a danger to survival. So they were hunted relentlessly until they were gone. And at first, it felt like a victory. But removing a top predator comes with a cost. Young trees never stood a chance. Every new shoot was eaten instantly. Without wolves, elk populations exploded. They no longer had to run, no longer had to hide. They stayed in one place and consumed everything. The forests began to disappear, and with them, the birds vanished too. The land became exposed. Riverbanks started collapsing. Soil washed into the water. Rivers grew shallow and lifeless. Fish populations declined. Yellowstone was slowly dying. By 1995, something had to change. So scientists took a risk. They brought the wolves back. At first, they hunted. Some elk were killed. But that wasn't the real impact. The real change was psychological. The elk became afraid again. They watched the horizon, listened constantly. Every sound, every movement felt like a threat. And slowly, they changed their behavior. They stopped lingering in valleys, the most dangerous places to stay. And for the first time in decades, the land was left alone. That's when the miracle began. Vegetation returned, slowly Then all at once, trees grew back along the rivers. Their roots stabilized the soil. And something else returned. Beavers. Nature's engineers. They built dams, creating deep, calm pools. Perfect for fish. Birds and new life. Even scavengers thrived. Eagles, ravens, bears, all connected to one change. But the most incredible transformation happened to the rivers themselves. They became narrower, deeper, stronger, alive again. All of this from just 14 wolves. One change in a complex system, triggering a chain reaction across an entire ecosystem. This is called a trophic cascade. Remove one piece, and everything collapses. Restore it, and life returns. But what happens when humans ignore this balance? In 1958, one country declared war on a tiny bird. They tried to wipe out every sparrow. What followed was a catastrophe. Click the next video to see how it led to mass starvation.